I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Welcome back to the GSMC Dead Ball Sports Podcast, hosted by GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Nolan Jamber. First segment, we're talking NBA, recap the games last night. This segment, segment number 2, we're sticking with the NBA. We're talking about the NBA tonight, the one game tonight. We'll talk about that. After this segment, we're going to the NFL. We're talking NFC North for segment number 3, or segment number 4. Before that, talk about position needs, what teams still need certain players and positions, to stay strong. After that, ending with the MLB, talking about teams that, have been surprising this season, teams that have, kind of stepped up and gone the extra mile. But before we get into any of that, though, tips and donations. Tips and donations are always greatly appreciated. By tipping and donating, you guys are showing your support for us, and we always do appreciate your guys' support. So if you do wish to tip or donate, feel free, and you're in the live stream, feel free to do that with the super chat and the sticker feature. And if you are not in the live stream and wish to tip or donate, feel free to do that with the 2 links in the bio and in the description. Even if you don't want to tip or donate and you still want to show your support, feel free to comment, leave a comment in the live stream, YouTube, shorts, whatever. It doesn't matter. When you guys leave comments, especially in the live stream, it's the easiest for us to see them. And we love being able to talk to the fans, stay, in contact when you guys have your own opinions. You like talking about, just sports. So feel free to, leave a comment whenever you need. And I'll get to that as soon as I can and just talk sports. That's my job. That's why I'm here doing what I love. So feel free to leave a comment. But like I said, if you do wish to tip or donate and you're in the live stream, feel free to do that with the super chat and the sticker feature. And if you're not in the live stream, the 2 links in the bio and in the description. With that being said, let's get to topic number 2 for today. With that being the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Golden State Warriors game tonight. This is the only NBA game tonight. Kind of surprising. There's always normally 2, at least 3 games. 3 or 4 when it's, the first round. And now it's normally like 2, but you got just 1 game tonight. So this is it's gonna be a good game. Obviously, first game, the Warriors won. They're currently up 1-0. Currently up 1-0 on Minnesota. And this is not honestly what I saw coming. The one reason the Timberwolves are lost game 1 is because they also, like the Celtics, just cannot seem to shoot recently. In that game, they just shot so poorly. They couldn't hit a shot, and they just couldn't get it done. The Warriors, without Steph Curry, by the way, who only played the first quarter and then left due to a groin injury, they won. He put up 13 points in 13 minutes, but that 13 points was enough for him to, because they won by 11. They won 99-88, and, he had his 13 minutes were a very impactful 13 minutes. And even without him, the Warriors stepped up. Buddy Hield played phenomenal, dropped another 33 points. Jimmy Butler at 20. Draymond Green, had a great game. And they, even without Steph Curry, the Warriors are still able to pull through. And the Timberwolves, like I've said, the Timberwolves are the better team. Uh they're a better overall team in a lot of categories. They're better in the height category. They have a lot taller players, Naj Reid, Rudy Gobert. And I've said this before, the Timberwolves will win this series based on height alone. If the Warriors cannot shoot, if the Warriors have one poor game where they're just not shooting well, the Timberwolves will 100% be able to take advantage of that, get all the rebounds in the world, and just dominate on that side of in that aspect of the game. If you can't get rebounds, get second chance points, you're not going to win games. And if the Timberwolves are beating you in the offensive side of the rebounding and putting back, rebounds, getting points off that, second chance points, or just getting, what's it called? Defensive rebounds and being able to get down, get down the court and push it from their defensive side of the ball, getting rebounds, all that, they're going to win games. So if you're getting out rebounded, you're not going to win games. You're just not. And that's what I think is going to happen. Yeah, the Warriors had a great game, first game, great shooting game, and that's what they won. They shot very well, and the Timberwolves did not. Anthony Edwards had, a very poor outing. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me, sorry. But Anthony Edwards had a very poor outing. They started their game shooting like 0 for 11 from 3. Anthony Edwards, I believe he shot 0 for like 10 from 3. I mean, Naj Reid hit the first 3-pointer for them in the second half, like in the third quarter. And, the place erupted because they weren't going to miss every 3. They knew, hey, we're not going to miss every 3 now, which is nice. So, I mean, this is, like I said, an interesting series to say the least. This series is going to be solely based on, how well can the team shoot. In most series, it's not like that at all. In most series, yeah, shooting is a huge factor, but rebounding is a huge factor as well. If you can't, like every series, if you can't get rebounds, you won't win games. But this series, shooting is very important for the Warriors because, like I said, yeah, they got Draymond Green, who's one of the best defenders in NBA right now. Very aggressive, rebounding player, and he's literally like a Rodman type of build. He's a Dennis Rodman, lots of rebounds, not a lot of points, very aggressive, physical in the paint. And even though, with that, with those attributes to him, that he just can't get it done. Rudy Gobert is the bigger player and the better player. If they're going one-on-one in the paint, Rudy Gobert wins that every time. Naz Reid wins that every time. It's just the Warriors just don't have the height to keep up. They really just don't, which, it sucks, but that's just the truth. And like I said, the Warriors, the shooting in this series is just so important for the Warriors. If they have a poor shooting outing, they will lose. But if they shoot semi-mediocre, if they're putting up, 35 to 40% shooting from just overall shooting, they're going to win games. They will win games if they're putting up 35 to 45% shooting. They'll win. Which, that's a lot, but the Warriors are a very good shooting team. Buddy Hield, obviously, he's shooting phenomenal for so far the past few games. Jimmy Butler has played phenomenal since just being traded to Golden State. Steph Curry, even though he's out tonight, he played great in that first series against Houston and that first game, even though he played for the first 13 minutes of the game, or he had, 13 minutes of the playing time that he had 13 points. So, off that metric, if he played 40 minutes, he would have had 40 points. Doubt that, but still. I mean, they're just, the Warriors even, with their size limitations, they're still a great team. This is literally the same team from 2022 where no one saw them winning at all. No one saw, this team making a run, and here they are now playing, beating the 2-seed Houston Rockets, now playing the 6-seed Minnesota Timberwolves, and it's just funny because no one saw this coming at all. No one did. No one saw this matchup. Everybody thought it was going to be LeBron and the Lakers versus like Jalen Green and the Houston Rockets, but it's not. It's the other way around. I think is pretty cool. So honestly, overall, this series is going to be very based on, it's a very shooting heavy series. If Golden State shoots poorly, Minnesota will win. And if Minnesota shoots poorly, they still have a chance to win just because they can get rebounds. But the problem with the last night or 2 nights ago, the Warriors just shot so good that even with Minnesota missing all their shots and getting all the rebounds, Golden State just had too big of a lead to come back from. So they were shooting so well, it just didn't matter for Minnesota. That's all I got for this segment. Moving on from the NBA, we're going to the NFL next, talking about player positions, what teams need to be looking out for. They're going to the NFC North after that, ending with the MLB, talking about teams that kind of been playing good this year. So they weren't supposed to, I guess. But we'll get to all that after the break.